Chapter 17. I said, stop flimming the strio. If you are a prep, then do not read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fuck off. Easy, Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise I'll give you back your poster. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, cause he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fajucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily.
Hey, bitch, you look kawaii.
She said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She's wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it, and a black blood red mini skirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs.
Big Bobs.
She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic.
So, are you going to the concert with Draco?
She asked. Yeah, I said happily.
I'm gone with the Apollo.
She answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came.
Basically.
They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were ought too. You can just sometimes read someone's thoughts. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Beluti Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel.
I don't understand why he changed it.
Dracola used to be called Navel, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans, and shoes and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's Black Mercy Benz. Get it? 'Cause we're perfect. That his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. Oh no, wait, so did the other Mimbez. Very ethnic. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was some ugly preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers.
You moronic idiots!
He shooted angstily.
Ebony, I told you to kill Vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco.
No, please. We begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black bread. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shot at a spell, and Voldemort ran away. It was... Dumbledore! Chapter 18. I said stop flaming. If you do, you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help in stuff. You rock. You're not a prep. Thanks for my suitor. P.S. The other Essen Dumbledore swore is cause he's trying to be gothic, so there. Jesus. You have to spell things out for these people, right? They don't get it. I woke up next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before Draco and I went back to the skull, get it, because we're gothic and I like death, Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our brooms and we had you-know-what to a Linkin Park song. What did that sound like?
Crawling in my skin, the wound will not heal.
Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too, but you could see that there was pink paint underneath the black paint. And there were pastors. And there were pastors of poster bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson in the Backstreet Boys. WTF. I shouted, going to sit next to Beluty Mary and Willow. Beluty Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Loot t-shirt, black fishnets and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joel Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi.
Those guys are so fucking hot.
Navel was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came.
Oh.
He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin but was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black.
Dumbledore!
We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort.
Hello, everyone.
He said happily.
As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it?
Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other, disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was,
By the way, you can call me Albert.
He called as we left.
What a fucking poser.
Draco shouted angrily as we Shit. Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way, like Gerard. But he didn't say anything.
I bet he's having a midlife crisis.
Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise. Bloods, stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay. 11. From Nook un im Gang to Delt your man revels. BTW, evonyd a poorblod zoder. 1. Fangz. 2. Raven. For him da help 11. That was nonsense. Okay. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The MCR concert. It had been postponed so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly, to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked him what it was, and he got mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot?
No one fucking understands me.
He shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joel in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. Get it? Instead of tie? 'Cause I'm gothic? I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it, a black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, rally-high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Accuse me? What about me? I growled.
But...
He grunted. You fucking bastard! I moaned.
No, wait. It's not what it fucking looks like.
But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom, angrily crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces, like Benji. Okay, let me try that one again. I whipped and wept as bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my feces, like Benji in the video for girls and boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Suddenly, Hagrid came. He had apparated. You gave me a fucking shock, I said, angrily dropping my pot. WTF do you think you are doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Somebody else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd, or maybe Draco. But it was Dumbledore.
Hey, I need to ask you a question.
He said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse.
What are you wearing to the concert?
You know who MCR are! That wasn't right. You know who MCR are? I gasped.
Ah, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to.
He said.
Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you.
Chapter 20. I said, Denoti, cur what you think. Stuff, Flamin, okay, preps? Thanks to Raven for the help. Oh yeah, BTW, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. All day, I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with herbal lace stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. MCR were going to the concert again, since Volxemort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrist while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door and I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fang you for the venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I'd hoped inside that it was Draco so he could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin! Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore told us to be careful around him and Snape because he was a pedo.
No, actually. Get it, hell? Can I please borrow some condoms?
He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically.
Fuck her.
He said, gong away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick, and some white foundation, then I gasped. Quite a shocker at the end of this tunnel. It's all about the destination, not the journey. That's not right. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching.
Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot!
They both shouted angrily. Shit. They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally, I would have been turned on. I love 7 guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. What the fuck, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically.
See, I spelled that.
Only you wouldn't give them to me.
Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replayed.
You a dimwit.
Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything.
Well, excuse me.
They both shouted angrily.
What was that all about?
It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now, next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I will show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck, where's Drake? Oh, what the fuck, where's Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come.
I mean, no, I won't do that.
Vampire said, shaking his head. Do you want to come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Inobi on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR was there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his sex-a-beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco, crying in a corner. You know, when it comes to serious, Dogfather could have been some pretty cool wordplay.
Yeah.
But sadly, I feel like it
Probably
wasn't.
not.
Chapter 21. Fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Raven, cause it fuck you preps. One, whoops, saws Raven, thanks for the help. By the way, Transylvania rocks rad. 1, I even got to go to the castle where Durkala was found.
Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice.
No, I'm not, you fucking bitch.
He shouted angrily. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I started to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. It's okay, Annabelle, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. You mean you go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get to Draco. Vampire came too. Oh! Draco, please come! He began to cry. Tears of blood came down on his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. If you're a homophone, then fuck off. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got out the black invisibility coke. Sorry, that's wrong. Vampire got out his black invincibility coke. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand.
Who's there?
He shouted angrily. We saw filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly.
Meow, meow.
Is anyone there?
Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch. Vampire said under his breast in a disgusting way.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Who said that?
Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filk meow.
Filth. Is there anyone under the cloak?
He asked. Filth nodded. And then... This is a big one. Vampire Frenched me! He did it just as... This surprise is not surprising.
No.
Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak one!
What the?
He yelled, but it was too late now because we were ruining away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrist outside the school. Draco! I cried. Are you okay?
I guess, though.
Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See, isn't that depressing? No, see, isn't that depressing? On the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door, and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. One.
I put more work in than the average trio nigga could put. And I'm a gangster from my head to my foot. Blacker than soot, I got the hood behind.